Teacher in the house to say, sit up straight. No assemblies or uniforms to motivate. For some lessons and lows, you might be yearning, but fear not, we're bringing you lockdown learning educational shows in the morning on CBBC. Starting right now, Bitesize Daily. Yeah, Bitesize Daily. Word. Smith. Oh, yes, come on. Bring all that in. I think I'm living my own Midsummer Night's Dream, but it's time for you to live one for yourselves. Here it is, Bitesize Daily.
Hello, my friendly 5 to 7-year-old friends, and welcome to today's Bite-Sized Daily Lesson with me, Ben Shires. Are you all dressed and ready for action? I can see that some of you are still wearing your pyjamas, but never mind. All you need today is a smile and your imagination. Here's what's coming up. We're conjuring up magic with Shakespeare in English. Flying over to Bite-Sized Daily Book Club to hear the last of Ella Bella Ballerina's Midsummer Night's Adventures. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super You in Wellbeing. And hold tight for an epic game of Teacher Says. For a show full of ballerinas and superheroes, we need to be fit. So let's start with good toes and naughty toes. And now stretching and flexing. Come on, grown-ups, join in too. What other moves can you do? Let's get some inspiration from the super movers.
An exclamation mark never comes at the start. They always come at the end. You must comprehend.
I'll take this bit, mate. You see, I've been working on some super moves.
I don't overdo it. Last time you split your trousers.
You can use it when you shout to make it really loud, or use it when it's funny, but don't use more than one.
Right, I've got some questions regarding these fancy exclamation marks of yours.
Yeah, go on, Hats.
Right, here we go. What makes hello, hello?
Exclamation!
What makes now, now?
Exclamation!
What makes cheese, cheese?
Exclamation!
And what makes pizza, pizza? Because I thought it was like a tomato base on a lovely bready bottom, cheese and jalapenos. I like that.
It makes you shout, makes you loud, makes you jump, jump around. Exclamation! Exclamation mark!
Right, as well as exclaiming with an exclamation mark, you can ask a question. All you need is a question mark.
Put it at the end of the thing you want to say. You can't use a question mark any other way. If you want to ask a question, then you need to use the sign. It works in lots of languages for questions all the time.
Question mark, mark the question with a question mark. Question mark, mark it, yes. Question mark, mark the question with a question mark. Question mark, mark it, I will.
Thank you, super movers. Time now to move on to English with our super teacher. It's Mrs. V, everyone.
Oh, what a lovely welcome. Thank you, Ben. How are you today?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good, actually. In fact, I feel like something special is in the air. Magical, even.
Well, your senses are spot on. Today in English, we'll be exploring magical forests and taking ideas from A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare.
Oh, what a Shakespeareans this will be. Shakespeareans, get it? Don't be afraid to laugh. Never mind, let's find out more.
Here's what you want to know about A Midsummer Night's Dream. William Shakespeare wrote 37 plays. One of his most famous plays is called A Midsummer Night's Dream. This one is a comedy, but not all of Shakespeare's plays were funny. He wrote tragedies like Hamlet and plays about history like Henry V too. A Midsummer Night's Dream has lots of magic. It's set in a mystical forest, and there are kings, queens, and even fairies. What else can you remember about A Midsummer Night's Dream? Who is your favourite character? Is it Puck, Oberon, or Bottom?
So, A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy. Perhaps Shakespeare and I have something in common after all. I love being funny.
It's true that this is a comedy, but this Shakespeare play has a lot more going on. Can you remember some of the themes from Ella Bella Ballerina and A Midsummer Night's Dream, the book we're reading in Bitesize Daily Book Club then?
Well, I remember that Ella and Puck got up to some trickery and mischief in the magical forest.
That's right. The magical forest is a setting for a large part of this Shakespeare play. Shall we imagine our own magical forest?
Oh, yes, I know.
Ben, those fairy wings really suit you.
Thank you, Mrs. V. I think I'd fit in Shakespeare's play pretty well. In fact, I'd just wing it. Yeah, I thought that was a very good joke. Oh, I guess I'll leave the comedy to Shakespeare.
I want you to think up some words to describe our magical forest.
OK, join in at home. Can you think of any words?
Use your imagination. Think about what it looks like.
There will be fairies, snow, and lots of trees.
Yes, lots of trees. Oh, Ben, that does sound magical. Can you make it sound even more exciting? Do you remember our work on adjectives, similes and metaphors?
Yes, I do. An adjective is a describing word. We could use one to describe the fairy. So how about sparkly?
Oh, great.
The forest was full of sparkly fairies.
That's good. What about a simile? Can you remember what that is?
Well, a simile compares a thing to something else by using the words like or as. We could say the snow is soft like a white blanket.
Oh, fantastic. Is soft like a white blanket.
Oh, I can just imagine that. A cold blanket, no doubt.
Oh, fantastic. I like that. Now, we just need a metaphor to make our forest sound really exciting.
Yes, and a metaphor describes something as if it was something else. So, for example, if the trees were rustling in the wind, we could say they were singing in the wind. Of course, they wouldn't actually be singing, but it is a good way to describe them.
Fantastic, Ben. That's great. Absolutely. Well done. By using adjectives, similes and metaphors, you've brought the magical forest to life.
And why not create your own forest at home? You could write a story or draw it as a picture. And remember, you can fly over to the BBC Bitesize website to discover more about William Shakespeare's plays. And if you want more help with adjectives, similes and metaphors, just search for BBC Bitesize Teacher Talks.
Hail, good morrow. Hello, I'm William Shakespeare. Have you heard of me? I'm a playwright, a person who writes plays, stories told by actors on a stage. Now, as luck would have it, this theatre's been named after me, the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. Imagine if I'd been called Nick Bottom, like one of the characters in my play, A Midsummer Night's Dream. It'd be called the Royal Bottom Theatre. It's not funny. Now, it's high time I told you something about myself. This is Stratford-upon-Avon. That's the River Avon just behind me. And it's where I was born and where I grew up. Now, this is the house where I used to live with my 3 brothers and 4 sisters. It was really noisy with 10 of us in the house. Come on, let's have a look around. Knock, knock. Who's there? Me again, Will Shakespeare. Knock, knock, and lots of other phrases that you say today. Well, I made them up. This is the room in which I was born. And when I was a baby, I used to sleep in that cot. And when I was a little boy, I would sleep in this truckle bed next to Mum and Dad. But sometimes the mattress would dip. So to make it comfortable again, we used to tighten up the ropes underneath. And that is where the phrase sleep tight comes from. My dad not only lived at home, but worked here too. And this is his workshop. He was a glover, which means he made these gloves. And he sold them from this very window. Gloves! My dad would have made all sorts of gloves. Look at this one. It protects my hand while looking after this beautiful falcon.
It's time for Bite-Size Daily Book Club. Alex Jones is reading Ella Bella Ballerina and A Midsummer Night's Dream by James Mayhew. And today, we'll find out how Ella's magical journey ends. Yesterday, we heard how King Oberon had sprinkled magic juice on his wife, Queen Titania's eyes, making her fall in love with a man who looked like a donkey. He played this trick to make Queen Titania fall back in love with him. But will his plan work? Let's find out. Take it away, Alex.
Already the moon was fading and the sky was growing pale. When Titania awoke, she saw Oberon and smiled. "Oh, my dearest king, I'm so glad to see you," she said. "I dreamt I was in love with a donkey." "My queen," said Oberon, "will you stay with me always?" "Always, my love," said Titania. Midsummer night was over and everything was back as it should be. "And now, farewell, Fairy Ellabella," said Puck, "and thank you." Ellabella waved as he flew off into the sky like a shooting star. The music stopped and Ellabella saw she was back in the old theatre, and there on the floor were the magic flowers. She carefully picked them up. Madame Rosa came to see how she was getting on. "Here you are," said Ellabella, handing her the flowers. "Oh, thank you," said Madame Rosa. "Now hurry out of your costume, your mamma is waiting, and it will soon be dark, and that's fairy time." On the way home with Mamma, Ellabella looked up at the sky and saw the moon. Suddenly, a shooting star flew across the sky. She smiled as she thought of the fairy king and queen and her new friend, Puck. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story. Wasn't it a good one?
What a magical journey for Ella Bella Ballerina. She's made a new friend in Puck and has helped Queen Titania fall back in love with King Oberon. Oh, I feel all warm inside, and here to talk all things love is Mr. Smith.
Oh, hi, Ben. Yes, King Oberon's plan worked, didn't it? Queen Titania woke up thinking her romance with Bottom, the man with the donkey's head, was all a dream. And now she's back in love again with King Oberon.
Oh, I hope it stays that way. I bet she'd be pretty angry if she knew Oberon had played a trick on her.
Yeah, I think Oberon should probably keep that to himself.
Do you think Ella Bella actually went anywhere, or was it a daydream? I mean, I don't want to ruin the story, but Madame Rosa found her back in the theatre where she was at the beginning.
Yeah, and only Ella Bella will actually know the true answer to that. But if she did make it up, wow, what a wonderful imagination.
That's true. She dreamt up an entire fairy kingdom, and her flowers helped her imagine a magical potion, as well as a man who turned into a donkey. That is pretty spectacular.
Our imaginations are incredible. So maybe Ella Bella, or maybe she did just dream it all up.
But she saw a shooting star in the sky. Surely that has to be a sign from the King and Queen and her friend Puck.
We'll never know, but it would be nice to think that it could have been from her imagination.
I've loved hearing about Ella's magical adventures this week. Join us next week when we'll be starting another brand new book. Batman once said you don't need superpowers to be a superhero, but I, Ben Man, say... These pants are actually, a bit tight.
Wow, Ben. Looking super today.
Oh, look, it's my trusty sidekick, Mr. Smith, everyone.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're ready for a super-duper well-being lesson, because today is all about super you. That's the positive parts of your character that influence how you think, feel and behave.
So you don't need to wear your pants outside your trousers to be super, really, do you?
No. For example, one of Batman's character strengths is that he's really determined.
Oh, I see.
It's not just superheroes that have got super qualities. All of us have them. What do you think your character strengths are?
Well, I like to think I'm funny, I like to make people smile and have a laugh.
Yep, I can see that. But it is a great quality. Come on, what else?
Well, I'm a team player. Ben Man says there's no I in team.
Absolutely, Ben Man. It's good to remember that our character strengths aren't the same as our talents and skills. So, you're a talented footballer, right?
Yes, a naturally gifted goal scorer, in case any Leeds United scouts are watching.
But it's actually your character strength of being a good team player and your perseverance and determination that helped you become a top goal scorer. It's not actually to do with how hard you can kick the ball.
Yes, so it's our super strengths that help make us super talented or super kind.
Exactly. Everyone has their own superpowers. You just need to look out for them.
Why don't you think of your strengths? You could draw a superhero picture with a fun costume that reflects all your superpowers. To be honest, I wish I'd drawn a picture before I settled on this ensemble. Anyway, until next time, remember, stay super!
Hey, Declan.
Cupcakes! One for you and one for me, right?
Sorry, Declan. These are for the lollipop lady.
Why would you be giving cupcakes to the lollipop lady?
Because it's her birthday and I want to show her how much I care about her the way she shows me that she cares for me by helping me cross the road.
That's really nice, Pip. It's good to show people how much they mean to you. People help you every day. For example, the lollipop lady helps you cross the road to get to school. The doctor helps you get well when you're feeling sick. Your teacher helps you to learn about lots of new things. The bus driver helps you get to places you need to be.
Wow. Lots of people do lots of different things for us. I feel bad for not having anything to give the lollipop lady.
Declan, why don't we both give the lollipop lady a cupcake? One each.
Thanks, Pip. You're the best.
I've learned so much and I feel fab. And what better way to recap on all the fun than with a fantastic game of Teacher Says! Mrs. V will ask me questions about things we've learnt today. You can make up your own moves, but I'm going to flutter like a fairy. When I hear Mrs. V say something false, I'll stop. Join in at home. You can do any moves you like. And are you ready, Mrs. V?
Yes, I am. Let's go, Fairy Ben.
OK.
OK, in William Shakespeare's play A Midsummer Night's Dream, two of the main themes are mischief and trickery. Good, that is correct. Next, an adjective is a describing word. Good, that is correct. Well done. Being good at sports is a character strength. Well done, Ben. That is false. Being good at a sport is a talent or a skill, but character strengths are a positive parts of our personality. Well done, you did fab. And well done to everyone at home too.
Yes, and all that flying was hard work for me, so well done, everyone, and for your moves as well. Give yourselves a pat on the back. What a packed show we've had, full of super fun from super movers, super Shakespeare and superheroes. There's lots more fun stuff on the Bitesize website, so fly on over with your grown-ups and check it out. And if you've missed any of the other BBC Bitesize daily lessons, then don't worry, they're all on the BBC iPlayer. Now that's super. See you soon. Bye.
Next up is some Bite-Sized Daily for you 7 to 9-year-olds, and in this episode we are looking at our character strengths. I mean, it's quite obvious what mine are, right? I mean, have you seen me do push-ups? Arms of steel. In fact, let me give you a little blast, all right? Let's show you just a little bit. Okay, ready? You know what? I did 10,000 today already, so I'm a little bit ached. It's probably best I just, give it a rest. So, what? Sorry? Oh, character strengths, not physical strengths, which I do have. All right, no, I can figure some of those. I've got loads. Let me see. All right. I'm a team player. Oh, sorry. Can someone give me some water, please? I'm the superstar. My thirst should always be quenched. And also, can I get a chicken salad, but no dressing, no chicken, lettuce, and definitely no tomatoes? All right, thanks. Love you. Great. What else about me? Oh, hey, I'm totally fair. Like the other day, I was with Joe and